They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live. How we live. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. 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 Say they love us, they just love it how we live. 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 They don't love us, they just love it how we live. You was never around, had to hold it down. We the youngest, we was thuggin', you was never found. What's that feeling? I'm the realest. All them nights I had to struggle trying to find some dinner. They don't really love me, they not really for me. When I die, is you gon' show up to the ceremony? I just bought a Bentley, just to bet you Christian Louboutin.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they've had some struggles so far in the early part of the season, but they've been modifying their approach and their game plan each time out. While they haven't seen the hard work pay off yet, this is a team that's vocalized their dedication to doing whatever it takes to continue to improve. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the number 2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Well, years ago, the Lakers had a pick, and they elected to go small.
The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Miami. They've probably been looking forward to this part of the schedule for a long time. A lot of upcoming home games are slated for them here.
And I think for Miami, they've made such fantastic progress this season. To see them so close to the top of the standings at this stage, what a surprise.
Yeah, and the coaching staff deserves a ton of credit here. I mean, they've done a masterful job getting the most out of their talent.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Clarkson at point with Kobe. They're the backcourt. Roy Hibbert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Young in at the 3. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard. A lot like you, speed to burn. Very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3 or just taking it to the rack himself.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
So it's the Lakers now, and this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Kobe missing.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Dragic with it. Picked up by Hibbert. Outside Dragic. Wade has the open look. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
And here's Los Angeles. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Here's Randle after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Here's Clarkson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. Wouldn't go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
And he gets it to go.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Hibbert gets the bucket.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Here's Wade. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. Dang gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by Dang. To the middle. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. And a new group in for the Heat. Amare Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Here is Bryant. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Here's Winslow following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now Winslow following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. Pass to Huertas. And that one goes, feeding him with the lead pass.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Winslow, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Lakers foul call. Kobe Bryant. That's his first personal foul.
The Heat shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for the Lakers. He doesn't get the second one. Lakers leading by 3. And Kobe, here we go. Bass can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Now Winslow, 4 seconds left. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
The Heat have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 2. Back after this from the American Airlines. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like...
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
Yeah, it's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does, sure. but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Robert Sacre is out there with Ryan Kelly. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Huertas in at the point.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
From 11 feet away, uses the glass to drop it in. Clarkson's got his second basket. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. The shot by Wade gets a very good look and converts. Wade's got 6 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Randall, the shot's good. Brown making the play.
Yes, sir.
Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Bosh with the bucket.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Randall, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds now in this one. There's the dish to Richardson. The feed to Whiteside. The 10-footer. Here's Bosh. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Bosh has got 6.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Here's Randall. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Randall's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. They were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
A different look for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. And it's Wade penetrating. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Shoots from the block. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Heat.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
No good from Bosh.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
He feeds it to Winslow. And it's Dragic off the drive. Now the pass to Stoudemire. The kick out to Bosh from downtown. Offensive rebound Heat. Tries again. No luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And checking out some numbers for Bosh. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistent.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Clarkson passes to Black. That misses off the backboard.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Johnson kicks to Wade. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Wade's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. And finished off by Bass.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. Two is all.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Coach, how have you been able to get your offense clicking in this first half?
Well, finally we were able to get some stops.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
Shaq. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the center. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Outside Dang from 15 feet away, but he gets it back.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner. And, you know, a huge moment for Kobe last season before the injury. I mean, he passed the great Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
Shot clock at 6. The drive by Wade. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Wade's got 12 points in the game. For Kobe, that was him moving into the 3rd spot ahead of Michael Jordan. Says a lot, Clark, about where he stands among the greats.
And you look at it, he is first among perimeter players now in that regard. So he's clearly on a very short list of the greatest wingmen of all time in the history of the league.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Moment here now for an injury report. And let's send it over to our Doris Burke for an injury update on Luol Deng.
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Heat. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. 90 seconds now into the second half. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Brown against Dragic. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
And it's Dragic off the drive, and the basket good. Dragic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's Kelly. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And let's check out the numbers for Bryant. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, how about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, you know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Bosh, the screen. Richardson kicks to Deng. And it's Deng again missing.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scores of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng.
And Kobe Bean Bryant, the only 30,000 point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category. And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points to go along with 6,000 assists, so obviously gifted as a playmaker as well.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Got that one up quick. Kobe's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Clarkson dishes to Bryant. It's hauled in by the Heat. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Winslow wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Down low. Knocked loose. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wade's got 16.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Lakers have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Now here's Dragic. He's guarded closely.
Los Angeles foul call.
It's his first trip to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him. And the Lakers making a change here.
2.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. 4 seconds left. He lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 4.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And here is Los Angeles now. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Julius Randle. Also, Robert Sacre out there. Clarkson is out there with Young. And it's Huertas in at the 1 spot.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
That's good.
Jordan Clarkson.
The Heat trail by 6. To the inside. It's stolen by Randle. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Heat shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Wade. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists in the game. Kicks it to Clarkson. Here's Sacre. He's covered by Whiteside. Inside. It's deflected. And stolen by Whiteside. It's Dragic with the drive. The shot is off.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's Bosch, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And the Lakers call time here.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 4. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Wade. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
3 points.
Bosch, the screen. Wade kicks to Bosch. Wade against World Peace. Bosch, a screen on World Peace. They get it back. He shoots again. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Heat trail by 3. Dragic kicks to Bosch, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he doesn't.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Dragic the pass to Wade. Right side dishes to Dragic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. Pretty nice efficiency there.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it's blocked by Brown. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 1. Dragic with another miss. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Dragic against Brown. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Dwayne Wade. You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous leader.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Tariq Black. Bryant comes in for Meta World Peace. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Ryan Kelly.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're behind by 3. And there's 1:45 left to play here in the 4th. Has some information for us, Doris.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And he gets it to go. And that's 15 points for Chris Bosh.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the 4th.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 3. 1:39 left in the 4th. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles leads cut to just 1 point on the basket from Whiteside. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Huertas. Passes to Sacre. 4 seconds left. Crandall with the bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
It's tipped. Kobe with the steal. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
.105 left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Wade penetrating. No luck. And the Lakers take it the other way. Shot on the way. Buries it.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Whiteside, a screen on Kobe. The kick out to Bosh. All sorts of time. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
It's in.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
And the Heat call time here. They're losing by 7. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Deng can't get it to go. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Another miss by Deng. Clarkson. No good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kobe, certainly a nice road win. Is this something this team can build on at this point in the season?
Well, yeah, I think it's good for us. You know, we show that we can come up with a good plan and we can stick to it and we can execute it. And down the stretch, we can make big plays.
Kobe, thank you. No doubt about that, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Let's take them back.
Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all the... Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one... And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Syndrome, maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop. So would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru?
Word? That's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing.
Okay.
Bugging out, you know.
Right.
Little test run. So.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Let us talk for a moment about one Kobe Bryant. Coming off another season riddled with injury. Kenny, do you think he can still carry the Laker offense?
I don't know if he wants to carry the Laker offense anymore. I know he has the willpower to carry the offense. He still was the leading guy on the team last season in shot attempts. But a year off, something to overcome, man. I think.
At small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 18, Rasul Butler. Starting at point guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, Elfrid Payton. The other forward, at 6 foot 9 inches.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And when I look at the Lakers, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
And now the Lakers starting group. Clarkson at point with Kobe. They're the backcourt. Nick Young is out there with Randall. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Orlando on D. Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. Good on the 13-footer.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said. Kobe doing a great job being a playmaker on that one.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Bryant can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Now here's Payton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Oladipo goes in. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Victor Oladipo with the elite athleticism and versatility to be a perennial all-star. We've seen the second-year phenom line up as a 1. He's played off guard. He's even played a little small forward in his time in the league.
And he has that quickness, length, and power combo to be a lockdown defender at all of those positions as well. So that's why he was the co-defensive player of the year coming out of college.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the 3 by the Lakers. And it's Vucevic missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Young with no one around. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got 5.
You know, back to Oladipo, he has a tremendously quick first step. Finished second in the slam dunk contest to Zach LaVine. Some dunks he's had in regular season play, downright nasty.
And talking about Oladipo's explosiveness, we're starting to see it in his overall scoring as well. Had his first back-to-back 30-point games this year against Chicago and Houston. If he keeps improving at this rate, could be an all-NBA first-teamer before he's through.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Watson's shot is good.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Lakers leading by 9. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. They get it back. Here's Clarkson, the layup off target. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Huertas. He's covered by Watson. There's the dish to Nance. Again, Los Angeles.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
The shot's good from Fournier. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. As to Nance. Down low. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And so here's Orlando. It's a 10-point game. Now, here's Watson. Defense right on him. Passes it to Nicholson. 3 seconds left. The shot, no good. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 10. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Ilyasova. And it's Smith in its center. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
Butler, he's checked in for Orlando. Oladipo comes in for Evan Fournier.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
Heaton. The shot misses. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them. They often don't get a chance to feel that way.
A big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Outside Butler. Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the #2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Brown dishes to Nance. World Peace, the pass to Brown. Off the left rim and out. The Magic trail by 15.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention, California is an attractive destination.
Here's Payton. Larry Nance making his last shot. Oladipo outside. Six to shoot. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And it's Brown missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Payton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size, he has a strong lower body too, very hard. And you know this, Clark, you worked for the organization, you saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Butler. And it's Watson in for Payton. Here's Vucevic. Ball's knocked loose, but they'll get another chance. And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in.
Evan Fournier.
Shot from the inbound, and he sinks the layup. Fournier's got his second bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Shot's good from Young.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Pass to Hezonja. There's the triple. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got his third assist on the night. Los Angeles leading by 9. There's the pass to Randall. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
The baseline J. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Vucevic. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game. For 3, Fournier. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 17 points was their biggest margin. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Hezonja's shot is off.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And so that's the end of the first half. Lakers ahead. They lead by 12. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
We were limiting the one shot, trying to get in their passing lanes, and make everything tough for them on ball. If we keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, great job in the first half. We'll see if you can sustain it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. Clarkson at point with Kobe there, the backcourt. Roy Hibbert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Young in at the small forward position. Los Angeles leading by 10. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front quarter. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Kicks to Gordon. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Payton following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And Vucevic kicks to Payton. That's short off the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
The Magic trail by 14.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Oladipo misses.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Brown kicks to Hibbert. Lays it up and banks it in. Hibbert's got 6 points.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Payton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Vucevic with the bucket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Lakers working the ball around now. Brown kicks to Bass. From the stripe. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Payton outside. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Orlando.
That's his first personal foul. Entering for your Magic, Jason Smith.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Payton kicks to Vucevic. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Drains it from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 15 points.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Elfrid Payton. Here is Bryant. He's got 5. Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional, ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound. So you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pumpkin.
That's a good point. Butler, great pass to set up the lay-in. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Oladipo goes in. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Oladipo.
You're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Oladipo. He's got 16 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. Clarkson dishes to Randall, lets it fly. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
In talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic. Also his pregame film study, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season.
The Magic trail by 9. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Smith. Drains the 19-footer. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
Orlando's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Puts it up from 12. And it's Oladipo again missing.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Lakers lead by 9. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Lakers leading by 9. Nicholson is the 4 with Vucevic at the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. 16 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's stolen by Bass. And Young, here we go. And here's Bryant for 3. No luck. And Orlando the other way now. 3 on 3. Vucevic with it. Picked up by Hibbert. Payton outside. Shot clock at 5. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Orlando making a change here. Butler's checked in. Lakers leading by 9. The drive by Bryant.
And you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Magic Johnson.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Lakers leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Bass, and he banks in the layup.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Payton. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 8th assist here tonight. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Lakers lead by 11. To the inside. Here's Gordon, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And it's Vucevic missing. Lakers leading by 12. Nance passes to Clarkson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
Toward the end of the year, the Magic saw leaps from Oladipo and from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I like those 2 young guys, Kevin, but it's hard to compete in the NBA without a top 20 scorer.
Now here's Payton. It's stolen by Bass. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. And again, no good by the Lakers. Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Vucevic. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Larry Nance. Butler with the steal. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 19 points for Victor Oladipo.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now, here's Clarkson. Dishes it to Hibbert. No good with the layup.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Gordon with no one around. Offline with his 3. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. Good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The Magic trail by 13. Feeds it to Vucevic. And Hibbert with the block.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Magic.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Rasul Butler. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Nicholson, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Brown. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And Hezonja.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
It's stolen by Watson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Oladipo, good.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Sacre, good.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 11. There's 10 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Here's Oladipo. The Lakers with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. 11 feet away, and Hibbert with the basket on the assist from Randall.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send you over to Dor.
Kobe, tell us about the mindset of this team tonight and what you hope to accomplish.
Just come out and play well. Just play with a lot of energy, execute well, read the defense well, and make unnecessary cuts.
Talent and execution. Kobe, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan player of the game?
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.